Hey everyone, I'm a tiny bit late to go live. Maybe I should push my lives back to like 3:15 or something because Ina, boy, she does not want to go down for a nap in the afternoons right now. So yeah, sometimes it's really hard to get her down for a nap by 3 o'clock. And it didn't happen at 3 o'clock today. It was like 3:05. So, I don't know. This ever evolving nap time is kind of hard to deal with. Um, but yeah, so I'm back today. And I am going to show you how to fix mistakes in cables and lace. That's what we're going to work on today. So we're going to fix mistakes in cables and lace. And I deliberately crossed this cable the wrong way and put my yarn over in on the wrong spot over here so that we can drop down and fix it. So I'm going to show you how to do that. And it's not that scary. Practice on a swatch if you're really worried about it. And then once you've done that, it's really simple to fix mistakes in your work. You just have to be brave. And you have to try it. That's all I can really tell you to do is just be brave and try it. It's just like anything in life. It's scary because you haven't done it before, but not that hard once you get into it. So that's my best advice for most things, whether it's, oh, I haven't tried making cookies before. I've never made bread. So what if you fail? You learned something and you'll do it better the next time. So that's my little my little push off the cliff today is just do it. Just try it. It's not that bad. So that's what we're going to focus on today is fixing mistakes in cables and lace. So I'm going to drop it down, scare everybody, and show you how to pick it back up and fix it. So we'll get to that in just a minute. If you haven't been following along, Tina has been doing her little advent calendar, and she has, I think what is today's date? Like the 16th. Wow, it's already the 16th. Oh, it feels like December's just flying by. But it probably is because I had COVID and I was sick for so long, and it doesn't feel like I've hit December yet, I'm not gonna lie. And we're halfway through December. We are halfway through, and we're almost to the end of the year, which is kind of exciting for me because 2020 hasn't been the greatest year. I think most of you would agree that 2020 has not been the greatest year. No. But anyway, if you haven't been following along, make sure that you have subscribed to our YouTube channel. Make sure that you have liked our Facebook page so you get notifications when we go live. And let's see. Oh, I'm doing videos on TikTok, so if you like that kind of thing, you can check us out over there. It's Black Sheep Fiber. I put stuff on Instagram, so we're trying to be as accessible as possible when it comes to social media. So that's the goal. Yeah. Let's see. What am I working on? So I have a hat. I have a hat that I've been working on. This was, of course, my mystery yarn. This yarn has no label, which is very much not like me because I label everything, and usually I stuff the yarn label in the center of my ball so that I never lose it. And this one has no label. It's mystery yarn. I have no clue what it is, but you know what? It kind of feels like wool. Might be superwash, might not. And I'm going to make a hat out of it, and I really like the little pattern that I have going on. It's hard to see that it's ribbing here, but the inside's really fun because it's that knit 3 purl 1s, which turns into knit 1 purl 3 on the inside, and I think I'm going to make a free pattern out of it because why not? It's a super simple little hat, really fun to work though, and yeah, I'm gonna have this done really soon, and I'm aiming to make it a reversible hat so you could wear it either way. That's my goal. I think I can manage it. We'll see what happens. So that's happening. Another thing that I have going on is I just finished the socks. I finished the socks, so they're totally done. I have to wash these. These are a gift for a friend with very large feet. And no, Danielle, these are not for you. I already made your socks this year. So these are for my friend Linda. They are hand-spun, hand-knit socks. So you have to know that that's a special friend because 1, they're hand-knit, and 2, they're hand-spun. So that's a lot of time in that pair of socks right there. Although they are fairly plain socks. And it was a fairly large gauge, so it went pretty quickly. Let's see what else is going on. Oh, Tina is still doing the Twisted Terraces poncho. knit along. So if you aren't following along with that, super cute poncho made by Olivia, who's one of our regulars that we've known for a long time at the shop. Fun lady. Great pattern. So if you haven't tried knitting a poncho before, you're looking for a kit, looking for something fun, those are available on the website, and they're even on a discount. So we've put the kit together and given you a special discount if you're interested. Let's see, what else do I need to tell you? I think that's it. Let's crack on and get into the fun of the cables and lace and fixing our mistakes, and then we'll come back to what we're going to do next week. So, hang on. I have to turn things around here. So, let's see if I can get this. Oh, there we go. Hopefully, that looks pretty good. I just have to stay under my camera. So, here is our cable and the lace. Whoop, too far. There we go. Here's our cable and lace that I have crossed incorrectly and have put the yarn over in the wrong spot. So let's start over here with our cable. And I am going to get out a crochet hook just in case, but I'm also going to show you how to drop it down with just the needles. So the first thing that I want to do is I usually go ahead and work to the point where I've made a mistake. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do knit 2, purl 2, and now this is my area with a mistake. And this is 4 rows down. So I've made a mistake 4 rows down. So we have some pretty good surgery to do on this. So the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and pop all 4 of these stitches off because I do have to uncross them. And then because I have it handy, I'm just going to grab my crochet hook and pull out 1, 2, 3 rows. Okay, and now we're down into that 4th row. This is the one that was crossed wrong. So we do want to be a little bit careful here. Pop this 4th row out, and we don't want to drop our stitches any further down. Although if you do, you can still fix them. It's not that big a deal. So I'm going to go ahead and just pop. That one didn't quite pop through right there. There we go. Open that up and pick these up. I'll slide them back over to my needle tip. So here we are. We've made sure that our stitches didn't run any further. And it is important to make sure that you've oriented them correctly so that the rider is riding his horse in the right direction, as I like to think of it. So you always want to make sure that the, how do I describe this so that it's easy? The front loop should always be headed towards your left hand, and the back loop should always be headed towards your right hand. That's how I think of it. So there we are. We have our 4 stitches, and I had previously crossed them so that they went to the left, and you can see that I was crossing to the right. So I want to continue crossing those stitches to the right. So that's what I have to fix. And oh yes, I am so glad that I'm better too, Bev, I have to say. Oh yeah, bronchitis and allergies are really terrible. Really terrible. It's just, anyway. Oh, you've already knit up the yarn? That's great. Oh yeah, I love tips and tricks. I love tips and tricks. And I like sharing what I've learned. So here we are. We've dropped all the way down. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of yarn, right, hanging off the back. And we'll get to those in a moment. And now we want to make sure that we cross in the correct direction. So I'm going to go ahead and I cable without a cable needle. So because I know that my cable needs to go to my right, which I know will look wrong to you guys, but we want them to head in the same direction. And it's going to go to the right. What I need to do is insert the tip of my needle in these 2 stitches because these are the ones that have to move and jump over the 2 in front of them. And I'm going to hold all the stitches at the base because I actually want to hold them 1 row down. And I'm going to pop those stitches off, holding them at the base, and then go ahead and grab those stitches and put them back on the needle and orient them correctly so that now my cable is crossed correctly and they are both going this direction, which is what we want. And now the key is we have 4 rows here that we need to figure out. And let's see, how can I show this to you the easiest way? Let me open this up a little bit. Here's your top row right here. And then this is 1 row down. You can see where it's pulling beneath that. And then 1 row below that, and then 1 row below that. So this is the one that we want to start with when we're going to work these back up. And I like to go ahead and kind of like knit all 4 of these like I normally would. So I just sort of hold it with my finger, and then I just kind of get in there and knit. And you will find that there is going to be a little bit of wiggling because, you know, we are manipulating a lot of yarn, and so you may find that you have to kind of go in and like sort of pull on it so that everything fits a little bit better when you're all finished. So once we have picked up the 1 row, and I'm doing the same thing that we did when we were fixing stitches on Monday. I'm just, you know, laying it in there and pulling my yarn over the top. Sometimes you can use your finger and just go ahead and knit it in. It just depends on how many stitches you're manipulating as well. Since we're doing 4 stitches, I have more yarn to work with. So there we go, and I'm going to slide those back over. So now we've re-knit 2 rows. So now we'll go in and do this one. See, there we go. 2 and 3 and 4 and if you happen to be someone who's a little more comfortable with the crochet hook, you can of course go in with your crochet hook and you can hook them up through for a knit stitch. Totally up to you. And then just slide these back over to your working needle. So there we go. We fixed it. Yay! We fixed this cable. That looks much better. And it's ready to cross again. And I've already gone ahead and worked my 2 knits and 2 purls. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll insert that needle because again, we want to take these 2 stitches and hop them over here and hold at the base, slide these 2 back on, slide these 2 back on, and there we go. Knit our 4 stitches. I'm going to go ahead and purl these too so they're out of the way. And, you know, it's a little bit looser. Blocking will take care of a lot of that, and you can sort of manipulate and pull on it a little bit. And there we go. So we've fixed this cable. Now all of our cable stitches are going the same direction. And once this gets purled, it'll look more normal like these guys as well. So that is how to drop down and fix, you know, a cable if you've done an incorrect cable cross. This one I crossed once to the right, once to the left, because I thought maybe I would drop down and fix this one as well, but now I'm just going to show you. Sometimes you'll get odd little crosses. So every so often, instead of having pairs of crosses, you're going to have a 2/1 or a 3/2, something like that. So I thought I would show you how to do that. It's the same idea. I'm going to take 2 stitches this time, and I want to cross both those stitches to the right, and then swap that last stitch in line to the back, and then just go ahead and knit that stitch. And it's just a little bit narrower cable than what a 4-stitch cable would be. Something just a little bit different. And so this one it's crossing back and forth, so it's making sort of an S shape, a winding path, which are kind of fun. And I like these little 2/1 cables. Again, it's just a little narrower cable. You don't see it as much. But I really like doing those. They're kind of fun. All right, so now that we've had a little bit of fun with cables, let's go in and fix our lace. So here's my pattern, and I had a nice little row of yarn overs, 1, 2, 3. But I put the last one in the wrong place, and when I did that, then it stacked my yarn overs on top of each other, which I didn't want. So what I need to do is go in and let's say, you know, I'm going to knit these first 2 stitches, here's where it gets a little bit different. I'm going to drop this one, and I'm not that worried about it because this is the yarn over, so this is dead space. It's not going to run anymore. I can't make this run anymore, so it's okay that these 2 rows are kind of dropped off for now. And I know that I need to fix this area right here. And this is an edge stitch too, so that makes it a little bit harder, which is again one of the reasons I wanted to show it to you. So I'm going to take this one kind of 1 stitch at a time right now. I'm just going to back that out. Okay, that's good. And then I want to back it out 1 more time. And because this one was a decrease, I'm making sure that I've inserted that needle in the base and I've grabbed both of those stitches. Although if you had dropped this one, for example, because it's a yarn over, you could go and pick it back up again and it's not that big a deal. Because again, it can't run any more than that 1 row below. And I know that probably looks really scary to a lot of you. And part of this is you do need to know how to read your pattern and understand what your knitting is doing. But what should have happened is this should have been a knit stitch. So because this one should have been a knit stitch, I'm going to go ahead and just throw those 2 rows back into place because I don't want my yarn over to be before that knit stitch. I want it after that knit stitch. So it needs to hang out over here. The next thing that I'm going to do is go ahead and put the yarn over back in so that this is almost correct now. This is almost correct, but we have an extra stitch at the moment because we didn't do the decrease right. So now dropping down an edge stitch is a little bit more difficult. So I want to go ahead and just pop off 1 stitch here and then 1 stitch here, because what has to happen now, so we got to pay attention to the direction, there we go, is this bottom loop here needs to be used to make the slip slip knit, just like that. And then it needs to be used again to make the knit stitch. So there we go. There we go. And it's all fixed just like that. Just like that. And I'm just going to go ahead and knit across here now so you can see what we have going on. And there we are. We're all fixed, even on that edge stitch. It is possible to fix your edge stitches. It's a little bit scary, but it is possible to fix your edge stitches. So I just wanted to go ahead and take the opportunity to show you that there's no reason that you can't go in and fix most of the mistakes that you make. You know, if it's something small, you can leave it in. But if it's something that really matters, then yeah, you can absolutely go in and just go ahead and, yeah, just go ahead and fix it. Just go ahead and fix it. There's no reason not to. Practice on swatches, you know, knit yourself some cables. Try some really easy lace, some yarn over knit 2 togethers, yarn over slip slip knits, and then just practice taking them out and figuring out how the stitches are moving together so that you can fix your problems. I like having crochet hooks on hand. I actually do crochet. I particularly love these. These are the Tulip brand. Occasionally we can get these in. They're super nice crochet hooks. And I hate pink. Pink is probably, it's one of my least favorite colors. One of my top 2 least favorite colors. But I really love this set from Tulip. And I even put all of my little regular crochet hooks, my steel ones over here. And I cut out this fabulous little chart. They had this great little chart that said, you know, here's the Japanese version, here's the metric version, here's the US conversion, and here's, you know, that metric conversion, so that you can see, you know, what a US or a Japanese versus the metric is. And I thought this was a fabulous little chart. So I cut it right off of the packaging and tucked it into my my little crochet kit, because I do still occasionally crochet. I don't crochet nearly as much as I knit, but I like crochet. I appreciate crochet, and I like having good tools. Good tools make the difference. Just like I like my signature needles. I like my Hiya needles. Those are my favorites. So that's what I have, and I sold all the rest of them. And you do need to buy the best tools that you can afford to buy, because it is an investment not just in your work, but it's also an investment in yourself, because you'll feel better using good tools. You'll feel better about what you're making. You'll feel better about the time that it takes you. And sometimes it can save you time too. So, all right, let's flip this up again. And there we go. I'm going to turn it. There we go. Sorry about that. Still getting used to this new tripod. Okay, so hopefully my little series on how to fix mistakes has been useful. You know, you can always go back and watch it again. I do make sure that I put it up on YouTube, so you can always find it there. And of course, I then share it back to the Facebook page as well. Again, so that you can find it, because I think that's important, so you can go back and rewatch. And if I was going too fast or you want me to clarify, let me know. I'll make another video. I don't mind. I really don't mind. Because I'm always looking for content, and I'm looking for things to teach you. So if there's something that you want to learn, let me know. I'd like to teach you. And I like I said, I do all kinds of things. I knit, I crochet, I tat, I spin, I weave, I sew, I embroider. I've done Mediterranean knotted lace. I can brush up on that, because it's been ages since I did any Mediterranean knotted lace, and Elena would not be pleased with me. So I should really brush up on that again. Yeah, anyway, if there's something that I can teach you or something that you're curious about, I'm happy to demonstrate. Let's see. So moving forward, I am going to go ahead and do my videos next week on Monday and Wednesday. And I don't know exactly what the weather's going to be like. One of those days I would really like to talk washing wool again, show you what's going on with those fleeces that I was skirting. I did keep one back to work on. I'm planning to send the rest off to a mill, have it made into maybe some fabulous like fingering sport weight yarn, because, you know, that's kind of my jam. I like the skinny stuff. Yeah, so I'm hoping that either Monday or Wednesday it's nice enough out that I can take you guys back outside again. We can wash some wool again. So cross your fingers for that. And let's see, what else could I show you? Well, I can show you how to cake yarn. I actually have my yarn winder, my ball winder, right here. So I could do another demonstration on how to cake yarn if you would be interested in that. Or we can do some more tatting, or we can do some more embroidery. Yeah, I'm just trying to make this a fun channel where I teach you things, and yeah, and we have fun with it. So I don't know. Anyway. Okay, so make sure that you are shopping at blacksheepfiberemporium.com and helping us out. Remember, we are a small two-woman business with occasional help from family and friends. And yes, we do pay them, but you know, they don't work for us very much, and so, you know, it's mostly just Tina and I. And we have some really fun things that we want to buy for the shop, but we have to wait a little bit, waiting on that revenue flow just a little more. Tina is starting to dye more, which I think is really fun. So if you haven't checked out some of the house dyed fiber, you should do that. I think she's going to do some yarn as well, because we also have that PCC, the really fun PCC yarn, the Portland Community College yarn that's, is it Romney Dorset Rambouillet crossbred? I don't know. It's a crazy mix crossbred, but it feels really nice. It's quite springy. It's not the softest wool in the world, but it's pretty darn soft. It's not bad at all. And it has this really nice spring to it. Beautiful spring. Anyway, so she's doing some dyeing. Make sure you check that out. Don't forget that we sell like all the Kromsky stuff. So if you want a wheel or a magnetic flyer head, I love my magnetic flyer head on my Kromsky Sonata. I love it. I really do. I love it. I have been spinning so much more. And I love it. Like I showed you this, just finished this guy, this big pretty 2-ply thing. And I love my Kromsky Sonata magnetic flyer head. If you are a spinner and you have a Kromsky Sonata, or you're thinking about getting a Kromsky Sonata, totally need it. And I really, really love the extra fast whirl for that too. Like, really love it. Oh, and I just finished some art yarn too. I think I showed you guys this already, but some art yarn. Don't know what I'm going to do with it. No clue. But I made it because it was fun. Oh, yeah. So, let's see. Clearly I'm feeling a lot better. I'm acting and looking a lot more like myself now. And yeah, and I'm planning fun stuff. I'm trying to find fun, fabulous things. I would love for Tina, I hope you're watching this, to do like a little dyeing, hey, this is how I learned to dye and this is why I did it. Kind of a tutorial-ish thingy, because I think that would be fun. It's always fun to watch other people when they're working, right? Yeah, that's what I think. And yeah, go see what she's making. Fun colors. I love fun colors. I think we all love fun colors, though. If we are crafty people, we definitely like fun colors. Oh, and Marshmallow has just carried his little toy mousey up on my bed to play with it again. Note to self, check the bed for toy mice before going to sleep tonight. Oh, it looks like Ina tossed her plastic toaster and toast up there. I apparently really need to make my bed and clean out all of the things that my child and my cat have put up there. Anyway, until next Monday, when I see you again, take care of yourself, be safe out there, wear your mask, wash your hands, socially distance. I don't like to call it that. Physically distance. Stay away from the people. Stay away from the people. Like, this is too close. This is too close. 6 feet. Needs 6 feet minimum. In fact, they're even thinking that that is still too close. And we are still getting transference. So yeah, just stay away from people. Stay away from people because COVID is not fun. You don't want it. You really don't want it. And now it's been over 3 weeks and I'm finally really starting to feel good again. Over 3 weeks. Yeah. So until next time, stay crafty, take care of yourself physically, emotionally, mentally. Don't forget to do the things that you love to do every day, even if it's just 5 minutes before bedtime. It makes a huge difference in my morning if I have taken the time to do something that I really love. Like I said, even if it's just 5 minutes the night before, makes a huge difference for me personally. And I would hope that it would do the same for you. So don't forget, check out the Advent calendar. Tina's been putting those videos up every day on the YouTube channel. She's trying to link them through Facebook too. She'll be back on Friday. And Monday I will be back and we will either be washing fleece if it's nice enough, or we'll do something needle crafty. So I'll either get out like one of the embroidery kits and we'll do some embroidery stitches, or I'll get out some tatting. We'll do something a little different on Monday. So not knitting, not crochet, not spinning. We'll do something just a little bit different. Yeah, be all kinds of fun. So I will see you guys on Monday.